Have you ever finished a live show and thought, I worked really hard tonight, but I don't feel like my business actually moved forward? If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. In fact, after talking with nearly 4,000 live sellers, I've noticed something. Many sellers are incredibly busy, but busy and growing are not always the same thing. So let's talk about it. A lot of live sellers operate in reaction mode. They sell whatever inventory they find, go live whenever they have time, and post whenever they remember, and hope sales happen. Then they wonder why growth feels so inconsistent. The truth is, hard work without direction often creates a lot of frustration because activity is not the same thing as progress. The sellers who grow consistently usually have a strategy, not just a schedule. When I was selling on Whatnot, I made this exact mistake. For a long time, I focused almost entirely on the next show, the next product, the next sale. And while that worked for a while, eventually I realized something. I had built a business that depended on me constantly starting over. And I wasn't building systems. I wasn't building assets. I wasn't building a long term growth strategy. And that's when everything changed. Successful live sellers don't just ask, what am I selling today? They ask, what am I building for the future? So let's talk about what that actually looks like in practice. Here are 5 signs you may be going live without a strategy. Number 1, you don't have a consistent show schedule. If buyers never know when you'll be live, it's difficult for them to become regular viewers. Consistency creates habits, habits create attendance, and attendance creates relationships, and those relationships will create sales. Number 2, you don't know who your ideal buyer is. Not every buyer is your buyer. The strongest sellers understand exactly who they serve, what those buyers value, why they buy, and what keeps them coming back. Clarity creates better content, better shows, and better customer experiences. Number 3, you have no plan between your shows. Many sellers disappear right after their live show ends, but growth often happens between those live shows. That's content, conversations, community, promotion, relationship building. These activities help buyers stay connected to your brand. Number 4, you are depending entirely on one platform. One thing I've learned after years of live selling is this: platforms are tools, they are not your business. Your business is your brand, your relationships, your community, your reputation. Strong sellers build businesses buyers can follow anywhere, doesn't matter the platform. Number 5, you are chasing sales instead of building relationships. Sales are important, yes, but relationships create repeat buyers, and repeat buyers create stability. And stable businesses will create the freedom that you're looking for. The sellers who grow long term understand that relationships are one of their most valuable business assets. So, if you feel stuck, ask yourself, am I simply just going live? Or am I strategically building a business? Because live selling is about much more than products. It's about building a brand people know, trust, remember, and return to. Now remember, if people don't know you exist, they cannot buy from you. But if they know you, trust you, and feel connected to your brand, growth becomes much easier. If this video helped you, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, friend. All right, I will see you in the next one.